Good evening, viewers. Welcome to today's news edition. Before we begin, first, the headlines. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma visits Tura to review situation after unrest as he appeals for peace in West Garo Hills. Residents in Tura keep vigil after shop vandalism incidents and launch massive cleanup drive in district headquarters. Proposed waste dumping site in Ribhoi put on hold after strong opposition from Hoirambong residents. India steps up diplomatic efforts amid West Asia tensions with focus on citizen safety. The news in detail. First, the local news. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma visited several localities in the town on Thursday to assess the situation following recent unrest and damage to properties. During the visit, he interacted with residents, community leaders and officials and inspected areas where shops and structures were damaged. The Chief Minister assured that the government would extend support to affected individuals and businesses. Meanwhile, large numbers of residents, youth groups and local organizations carried out a massive clean-up drive across different parts of the town, clearing debris and damaged materials in the markets and roadside areas. Authorities praised the community's collective effort to restore peace and normalcy.
Development committees, and we should distribute according to the list that they give. We'll give a bit of rice to everybody. No? Okay. This will be done ASAP because the areas affected is not much. It's only this Araimel area mainly. Huh? But then we'll expand it to other areas also. But as of now, it is Araimel area. जहाँ से भी करना है करो बस काम करो बस.
Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma has appealed for peace in West Garo Hills amid the prevailing tension in the region. He stated that the Garo Hills Autonomous District Council election has been postponed in response to public sentiments and demands. The Chief Minister also denied allegations that he had ordered security forces to fire on people, clarifying that forces were deployed only to maintain law and order. Sangma urged the public to prioritize the welfare of the Aceh community and cooperate in maintaining peace and harmony in the region.
Dalo public ni plak sentiment ko masih obosaran ko neke anga election ko cancel election ko postpone kacho. Public ni skanyo pangchake, or public ni demandu pangchake. Dalo je kamrang ko anga kaingachim. Ya plak kamrangan, jat ko, asong ko, makang mo ne anga dalo kamrang ko kainga.
Deputy Chief Minister in charge of Home, Preston Tinsong, has stated that the situation in Garo Hills is still not fully conducive, although people have started dispersing. He informed that 2 casualties have been reported in the recent clashes and described the reported torching of a mosque and a National People's Party office in the region as unfortunate. The Deputy Chief Minister also declined to take responsibility for the controversy, stating that autonomous district councils have their own legislative and executive powers to make decisions.
Well, this issue is being examined right now. I can't just come to a conclusion, but it appears so. It appears so. It seems, the bullets, heated these people. Maybe from the crowd, but as of now, I can't say anything on that. Let the inquiry only goes in detail, and we will be able to tell you exactly. As of now, since we are yet to take any final conclusion about these issues, So I don't think I need to talk much about it, because again, if you talk about the function of three district council, it is not, they have a separate entity. They are completely autonomous to the state government. We are not here to dictate the district council. So we have three district council. As I said to you, they have their own legislative power, they have their own legislative judicial power, and also they have their own executive power. So since they have that, why should we from the state government step in? Why should we say do this? We can't do that. So let the members of the district council themselves in the respective jurisdiction take a call.
Reports of miscreants vandalizing and looting shops in several localities in Tura, West Garo Hills since 11th March have raised concern, with videos of the incidents circulating on social media. Residents kept vigil overnight to protect their homes and businesses. Bishop of Tura, Bishop Andrew R. Marak, has also appealed to the public to remain calm and maintain peace during the tense situation. Meanwhile, Bernard and Marak visited individuals injured in the firing incident and assured that there were no fatalities from police action, a claim also confirmed by police.
Nirang Puraba Anchini Banga Jongada Noabira Dukmuchian Ogna Kadananga Yanigaman Garo Hills Sondongaba Sakanti Kanampa Aruduk Muchiompa Anganashimang Sakanti Komon Monagada Ska Jatni Arwa Soni Niam Namganina Niyamu Pansaki Agan Gorpokreki Aru Tumtumaniku Rabana Krena Na Acheka Songo Tumtumaniku Rabana Acheka Songo Tumtumaniku Rabana Karuis So Sondongapa Sakanti Nikamua.
The proposed waste dumping site in the Bhoirimbong area of Ribhoi district has been put on hold following strong opposition from local residents. Officials from the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board, along with representatives from the District Council, the Solid Waste Management Department and village authorities inspected the proposed site near Lom Dat Kla and Lom Soaping villages. Officials later announced that the plan to establish the dumping ground has been cancelled for the time being due to concerns from residents about possible contamination of nearby water sources.
Nakaliang jong ka FSTIP Dorbar Snong kumju bat yagi officer nakaliang ka pollution board bat na po KHDC Kilawan apo jong ne jaka bat hakane kasngihi ngelayo bani krensai bat ki officer jong ka badai pet yagi ka solid waste management plan hangne hapo lumdai kla Bhoirimbong dan nakaliang ka jungi ngila yo ya ka jing pensai ka bapaka nakaliang jong ka pollution board Kilaong ba ya mentahi ngimla su ban pen trekam yagane larai bet ban pensange Mentahi na kaliang kajungi kum ka FSTIP bat ka Dorbar Snong hi yap stangay kisiti banwan naki ba nginyo no ya kisiti ka ba la rai ban pensange no nang ne sakmat ba kamde su ban mi kum bang ilawi hang ne ba kilawan se ru yung mau kerteng dan nakaliang kajungki kilarahi ban pensange no ya kene kakam dan nakaliang kajungi kum ki nong yalam jong Snong hi kwa ru ban pensai si ba nong Snong ba ya kene hi ka jaka larai ba mentak singi kharwai tarik Benai balai arah jar penriu larai ban pensange kenang bakanom dan ke jing sutu bakla ha kaliang jong kinong Snong gi jongi yang ai kublai ru ye ke besar ki balai wan ha kene kesengi bat nakaliang ki jongi hi ngini yang skembet ba nak ya kene hi ke benta kemun nakaliang kumbalarai dopoi ba nong Snong ba ke Dorbar Snong ban pensange mentang ngilayo ya ke kubur ke basultanat ba larai hi nakaliang jong ke department ru ba kin pensange ya kene ke jaka kenyut.
A free screening camp for children with congenital heart disease was conducted at MCH Hospital Nongstoin by the Office of the District Medical and Health Officer, West Garo Hills, under the Rashtriya Bal Swasthya Karyakram. A team of specialists from Apollo Children's Hospital screened children from birth to 18 years of age. The program began at 9 a.m. and saw over 500 beneficiaries from different parts of the district. Senior Manager D. Rajkumar said children with serious conditions will be referred to Chennai for further investigation and advanced treatment.
We are doing this camp here in West Garo Hills with the help of Government of Meghalaya under the RBSK and NHL, National Health Mission. So here the BIC manager Dr. Diya is here to help us to conduct this camp, pediatric cardiac screening camp. This project is happening for last 6 to 7 years with the Meghalaya government. And till now we have completed around 400 surgeries, intervention and surgery, both we have completed with the help of RBSK. And this is the first time we are conducting here in West Garo Hills. And today in the camp we have got around 250 children are waiting for the screening. The children will be screened here. The cases which has been identified will be taken to Chennai for the high-end procedures, intervention and surgery. So this child will be getting benefit. So once the surgery is completed, the lifelong they will be having a better relief in the life. So that is a wonderful arrangement has been done by the here, and very good mobilization. And the counseling is also going here for the patients to understand how good is to get this treatment.
A notification issued by the office of the Ilaka Nongkli in East Garo Hills has sparked controversy after it barred NGOs from operating or setting up offices within its jurisdiction without prior permission. Reacting to the order, Buram Dakhar, president of the Garo Hills unit of the Hinyotrap Integrated Territorial Organization or HITO, termed the decision a childish one and rejected the notification. He alleged the move could restrict NGOs opposing projects such as the proposed plan by Shri Cement.
Badon hapo nakaling kajong jonga nga siyokya do katata ba hajing sisa kini ki Ilaka Nongkli ki day ban telakam ya kini ki non tribal bakin rung kin mi hapo ka Ilaka jongki tenray pause ng iba ki khanglat ban ya kini ki briu ki jongi ki ban mi ban rung sapo kani ka Ilaka jongki tengan nagaling kajongi kung kahitong ngimsyaw hap ay bat kanay ka karkom karay jong kanay ka Ilaka kalong kum karay kulong kana bat nagaling jongi kaseng nginom pediang badro kamdon jengmut bat kamdon nongrim hang honoro.
World Plumbing Day 2026 was observed along with Jal Mahotsav at the multipurpose hall of the PHE Maukarwat Division in Maukarwat on 11th March. The program was organized by the Office of the Executive Engineer PHE and attended by residents from 10 villages in the Maukarwat area, including Mintries, Shnong secretaries and members of self-help groups. During the event, certificates were distributed to participating villages. Demonstrations on testing clean water supply and installation of water pipes were also conducted by local participants and officials. A 3-day trade fair cum exhibition for beneficiaries of the PM Vishwakarma scheme was held at Savio Hall in Shillong under the Procurement and Marketing Support Scheme. The event was organized by the MSME Development and Facilitation Office Shillong under the Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises in collaboration with the Commerce and Industries Department, Government of Meghalaya. The exhibition provides artisans with a platform to showcase their products and access wider markets. More than 100 stalls were set up by PM Vishwakarma beneficiaries displaying traditional crafts and products.
try gini ke kam do lockdown. Tinggal lagi buang gini di exhibition sa bah jelaro. Lembah gini kijing jonga kum gini di exhibition makni kasap ke jonga. Tinggal ayo ngetoi kemudian. Kerpat negara yang sota, bahkan ai ke nya bangun, yuk Assam ni kena ban ai jika. Negara government ni kalau mentah kalau kerja ban ai ke sekolah dan pilih ban ai jika kena try mentah senang ni kalau nak ban, yang banyak ke arts and culture. Yang baik ni dia ibreu jadi ni cinta jangan dengan yang baik ni ayo ke atas.
Nadu badang red na sim kan. Mari mi paru I sim tistai kan ni im kum ni. Tegum tahi nadu badang red na subot din jat jeng ime tengah yarap ime kat badang red mentang ngalahe ngalak mihi pat. Ngalai register hi ngalai wat training hi kat badan tu ngasui po online ru ting register hi po online tementa pat ngai po grup jeng ka DCIC tiki baterai po DCI po industri tiki man booster tengala register yala de kat kum ka sing section jongki ke jing bantai teng ki siu tu kum hane mo nuksa ane one exhibition tiki ai tu ki ka bai kali bai bam la free bai tial la free tela long ta kai na biang min ban ya kendu bat kiwe tu kan man ya connect bat kiwe ngar makwa ban ya connect bat kiwe te ndi bangan tre marwe kamaslang cuma kena kini kita penglaslang nadu live kuis namanya laslang di nengkong besna kini di mama jadi iba isu belah bat kibriu tahadian ngaseng hinok kan makan ngaseng ban aikam ban yok kam lade kan nama ba ngalong duna kecan te kencar ban lek chono ma te ki ipa pat itu sengnya dengan kam te dalam adab sengnya kam bertengah taknya sena suatu itala madin itala apa ngap he ski kin national ski wide kita wi kita ski singap kecing sistem ban pelang sakan ban he teman-teman apa ngasa teknik sakini kita handicraft hidan kita pilas jegesit national tigiding kita.
The International Women's Day was celebrated in Mairang by the CSC VLE Society West Khasi Hills District, where 5 women achievers were felicitated for winning kickboxing championships at national and international levels. The program aimed to encourage women's empowerment and also saw certificates being distributed to students of Rose CSC who completed various courses. VA Hinyota, who attended as chief guest, said the day recognizes the achievements and struggles of women in securing equal rights and opportunities. A self-defense training session for women was also conducted by Krau Kharsanteo during the program.
Open Jiu-Jitsu tournament in Shillong, but the silver medal napo Guwahati wala organized jagal 2 jump MMA and fitness. Kini gidang dato zamanin.
The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, in collaboration with the Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan, organized the Viksit Bharat Yuva Connect and Youth Parliament 2026 at Mairang Presbyterian Science College in Eastern West Khasi Hills. The district-level program was held under the theme 50 Years of Emergency, Lesson for Indian Democracy. Students from various institutions participated in discussions on national issues and public policy. State content creator Ferdinand Rani encouraged the youths to pursue their goals with determination and perseverance despite challenges.
Tinggal dulu kita tu balik kita buat dan stok yang hari. Orang ni komunikasi bahawa sisi ni bahawa ni stok semua kita. Wah, macam mana? Itu pun sisi itu. Ini yang.
And now for some regional news. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Thursday inaugurated several development projects worth Rs 637.79 crore in Jorhat. The projects include the Bhaskar Varman Maharaj Pituka, a memorial park dedicated to the sacrifice of around 10,000 Ahom soldiers, and the establishment of Swadhinata University to honor the contributions of freedom fighters. The Chief Minister also paid tribute to martyrs such as Kushal Konwar and Kamala Miri, while highlighting initiatives that combine heritage, science, and modern infrastructure. And for the national news. Spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs Randhir Jaiswal said India is closely monitoring the situation in Iran and is working to assist nearly 9,000 Indian nationals, including students and pilgrims, to leave the country safely. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has held discussions with Iran's Foreign Minister on shipping safety and energy security. Meanwhile, India has rejected Pakistan's allegations on cross-border terrorism and reiterated its commitment to regional peace.
Some time back, Indians in Iran. Now, we've had some 9,000 Indian nationals or thereabout who were there or who are there in Iran. These 9,000 Indian nationals comprise students. They also comprise seafarers, some business people, some professionals, and some pilgrims. Of these 9,000, you would have seen that we had issued an advisory some time back. Our mission had issued our advisory. Following those advisories, which were issued on 14th of January, if I'm not wrong, and 23rd of February, several Indian nationals, mostly students, a lot of students, they left the country and reached home. We have recently, as you know, we have shifted several Indian nationals, including students and pilgrims, who were based in Tehran to other safer locations and cities in the country. We are also assisting Indian nationals who wish to travel to Azerbaijan and Armenia and from there to take commercial flights to return home. We are assisting them with visas. We are also assisting them with land border crossings. So this is happening. We've had several Indian nationals who have approached us and we have helped them to cross over into Azerbaijan and Armenia, and for them from there to take commercial options of flying back home.
Long queues were seen outside a gas agency across cities in India amid fears of LPG shortages linked to global supply disruptions caused by the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. India, an associate member of the International Energy Agency, relies heavily on energy imports, with about 40% of its oil passing through the Strait of Hormuz. The government has urged consumers not to panic and to conserve energy, while directing refiners to maximize LPG production and limit industrial sales to meet domestic demand. Now we bring to you the top story from around the world. Iran Iran said it launched the 40th wave of Operation True Promise 4, targeting Israel and several U.S. military facilities in the Middle East. According to the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the operation was carried out jointly with Hezbollah, striking more than 50 targets, including locations in Israel and U.S. bases in Jordan and Saudi Arabia. The Israel Defense Forces said missile alerts were activated across central and southern Israel and the Jerusalem area, while Israeli air defense systems intercepted incoming missiles. Israel also confirmed launching a new wave of airstrikes targeting Tehran and western Iran. And in sports, Iran has announced it will not participate in the 2026 FIFA World Cup following recent U.S. and Israeli airstrikes that killed Iran's supreme leader, Ali Khamenei. Iran's sports minister, Ahmed Donyamali, said the country cannot take part in the tournament under the current circumstances, citing safety concerns and the ongoing conflict. The expanded 48-team World Cup will be hosted by the United States, Mexico and Canada from 11th June to 19th July. World Football Governing Body FIFA has not yet issued an official response to Iran's announcement. Now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report for Tura. 20 degrees Celsius of minimum temperature, 27 degrees Celsius of maximum temperature were recorded. The relative humidity is 67%. Rainfall was recorded at 6.3 millimeter. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 15 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 21 degrees Celsius were recorded today. The relative humidity is 79% and rainfall 11.2 millimeter. Meanwhile, in Jowai, minimum temperature 15 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 22 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 67% and rainfall 4.9 millimeter was also recorded. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jowai says cloudy sky most likely to occur. Before winding up, the headlines once again. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma visits Tura to review situation after unrest as he appeals for peace in West Garo Hills. Residents in Tura keep vigil after shop vandalism incidents and launched massive cleanup drive in district headquarters. Proposed waste dumping site in Ribhoi put on hold after strong opposition from Bhairambong residents. And India steps up diplomatic efforts amid West Asia tensions with focus on citizen safety. And that's all we have for you in this news bulletin. Until tomorrow, thank you for joining us.